In this video, I shot China, Japan, and Korea in just 5 hours with 𝚐𝚬𝚜𝚐. Welcome to Darkroom News. This is my photo vlog testing the brand new film 𝚐𝚬𝚜𝚐. I chose Incheon Chinatown for the test because it's made in China, so I tried to bring the Chinese vibe here. I did some brief research about 𝚐𝚬 and it says that 𝚐𝚬 has a long history of filmmaking, over 60 years. Founded in 1958 in China as a government-owned company, it was a major local brand that dominated the Chinese market during the 80s and 90s. In 2003, they even collaborated with Kodak in renting technologies for their color film production. Although Kodak ended their partnership in 2007, Lucky came back in 2025 with 𝚐𝚬𝚜𝚐, and they're already selling their second batch. Also, he said that 𝚐𝚬400 will be out in the market pretty soon, so I'm very excited for that. Anyway, I bought this roll at the end of January for about $8.70, but when I checked the price again, it went to about $9.40. Honestly, compared to Kodak Gold, the price advantage isn't that huge, but I have to say I really like the character of this film. So let's check out some images of Incheon Chinatown and 𝚐𝚬𝚜𝚐. Well, it might not be that interesting if you just came from film, but I like talking about places. What's fascinating about Incheon Chinatown is that you can see China, Korea, and Japan all in one place. Back in the 1880s, during the era of imperial expansion, Korea was one of those victims, and that means we've been colonized for 35 years. In 1883, Incheon Port was forcibly opened to Japan, and the following year, Chinese last empire Qing Dynasty concession was established right here, which is how this era developed into Chinatown. As a Korean myself, it's a bit of a bitter history, but following the traces with this film was interesting. I loaded my first roll in front of this main gate, and the red really pops here in Chinatown. Interestingly, it's not only pops the red colors, but when it was underexposed or when it was in the shadows, I think I'm noticing some greenish cast in the photos. If you walk just a bit further from Chinatown, you'll find Open Port Street. I changed to the second roll before I came here, and you can see the Japanese-style wooden houses. I think it was pretty interesting to see the combination of East Asia here. The street is Japanese, the souvenirs are Chinese, and the signs are in Korean. If you've seen Martin Scorsese's film 𝚒𝚬𝚘𝚜, you know how Catholics were persecuted in Japan. Well, similar things happened in Korea. Here you can find a church and a statue of a Mother Mary, and some monuments honoring the Korean Catholic martyrs of that era. The stained glass behind the statue was incredibly sublime, and the architecture itself was beautiful. But those CCTV cameras right next to Mary caught my eye. It almost looked like Mary was giving a warning with those mechanical eyes. I continued walking to the Incheon art platform, which reminds me of an old red brick factory. As expected, those red bricks look great on film. If you happen to like the back room, you should visit 𝚐𝚎𝚘 platform. It's right next to the sea. 𝚐𝚎 platform holds events occasionally, but I think it's empty most of the time, so it's definitely giving you that back room energy. There are no stores open on second floor or third floor, but the cafe on fourth floor has a stunning view, especially at sunset. It was a great place to take photos, but unfortunately, I had some issues with my camera. It's kinda embarrassing to say it, but I dropped it badly and repaired it last year, so I think I have a problem with winding film. I tried more than a couple of times to rewind the film, but I feel like the film might tear inside if I push it further, so I just wound it back. I probably missed about 10 shots, which is a bummer, but at least I saved my photos, so it was worth it. I think price-wise, choosing a Lucky 200 over Kodak films isn't a huge money savior. It's cheaper than Kodak Gold, but the price itself isn't that compelling. It's only $1 cheaper, at least in Korea. But if you like the red from Hae-jun 200, or if you missed the red from Agfa Vista 200, I think it's good to take a look. It's not as gentle as Agfa Vista or Kodak Gold, but I think it's much better than Phoenix 200. As an amateur photographer, I'd choose between Lucky and Kodak Gold, and grab Phoenix 200 only when I want to do something experimental. In this video, I'd like to recommend Castaway on the Moon. It's a story about a man who ends up stranded on an uninhabited island in the middle of Han River. It's a film that beautifully explores modern loneliness and the desire for the connection. In over 4,000 years of history, there have always been political conflicts between Korea, China, and Japan. But if there's something really hard to eat, it'll be their films and food. 𝚎𝚘𝚘 was introduced by Chinese in Incheon Chinatown and became a beloved Korean Chinese dish. In the movie Castaway on the Moon, there's a really funny episode involving this 𝚎𝚘𝚘. When this movie was released, it wasn't that successful, but it was rediscovered and praised later on. So I hope you enjoy watching this film as well, and I'll see you next time.